I'm Jeremy Pang, and this is my kitchen. AIA have asked me to come up with some great recipes to help you live healthier, longer, better lives. My family life, just like yours, is really busy. For me, meal planning and batch prepping allows me to still enjoy cooking, but gives me more time to relax with my family. For this episode, I've got a turmeric and ginger marinade. 3-in-1 recipes. We're gonna do a fish marinated in that turmeric, ginger, lemongrass. Number 2, we've got a mango salad. Very simple dressing. The 3rd recipe, we've got some grilled king oyster mushrooms. Really simple cooking. So first off, your main ingredients. Some finely chopped up ginger and a good amount of turmeric. So turmeric, that real super spice, can be a little bit bitter at times, but it's very, very good for you. You're gonna mash all this together. So I've got some lemongrass here, again, finely chopped up lemongrass. I'm gonna make a nice paste out of this. Turmeric's a great antioxidant, good for colds, stomach aches apparently, curing many things. Natural ailment. Some lime zest here. This marinade is all about fresh ingredients. And you can do this in a food processor if you wish. I find, and definitely the sort of Thai or Southeast Asian cultures love a pestle and mortar because you're really trying to sort of draw out those natural oils. And start to add to the liquids and other powders. So I've got a little bit of coriander powder or ground coriander here. Just add to that spice. Palm sugar. You don't need a lot of palm sugar. 2 to 3 spoons of palm sugar should do it. Once you've got this nice sort of more homogeneous paste, then you can start to add the liquids. So I'm doing this sort of bulk marinade or paste. So I've got 3 tablespoons of light soy sauce there, and then a couple of spoons of fish sauce. So that's sort of 3 to 4 teaspoons of fish sauce there. And that will really balance out the sweetness of the palm sugar. And then to top it off, I've got some coconut milk. Again, natural sweetness here. Just want to mix that in. It's almost a curry paste made up for many different dishes. Look at that colour. And turmeric just shouts out health. So my turmeric and ginger and lemongrass marinade, it's very versatile. So I'm going to start with a grilled fish fillet, and it really is as simple as popping a little bit of that marinade over the fish, popping it in the oven or under the grill, high heat, 220 degrees for about 10 minutes. Simple as that. Something as light and fresh as a cod fillet, you can literally just spread that marinade over the fillet and just let that sit in the marinade. Of course, if you had this overnight, you could just leave it overnight covered in the fridge and it would take in all that flavour. But it's such a strong and vibrant marinade that one quick marinade like that, straight in the oven, still tastes brilliant. 220 degrees C, oven, 8 to 10 minutes. So your fish has had a quick 10-minute roast, and you can see it's definitely cooked because it's just sort of almost peeling apart on that fillet there. It just smells absolutely delicious with the cooked spices and the coconut milk. Oh, all you want to do is dig in. Really, really simple. You can dress it with either some coriander or some chili or however you wish, just to sort of brighten up the colour. Perhaps have it with some rice or wild rice on the side. and then the salad that I'm making next or anything else. Recipe number 2 with my ginger and turmeric marinade is a very, very simple mango salad. I've got some sunflower seeds. I'm just going to toast off just to bring that sort of nutty flavour out. Any sort of salad leaves will do with this, and some grated carrots always nice for a bit of colour and some crunch. So your grated carrot straight over to my salad bowl. I've got a mixture of leaves here. Just keep toasting those sunflower seeds nicely. Add a little bit of pepper whilst I've got it. So your mango needs to be nice and ripe for just a different level of sweetness, really. Mango can go straight over the top there. Just don't burn those sunflower seeds. They do catch quite quickly. It always seems like they're not doing anything at all for the first few minutes. And then you just got to give them a good sort of twist and turn. And those are pretty much toasted, so I'm going to switch that off now. Got a little bit of micro herb here. Just because I've got it. I like to be posh. Straight over the top of that. Let those sunflower seeds cool slightly. Now all I have to do aside from this is just sort of rejuvenate this marinade and make it into more of a dressing. And for this amount of salad you don't need a huge amount, but you can take sort of a couple of spoonfuls of your marinade, and then I'm just going to use some lime juice to freshen it up even more and thin it out more than anything. That lime juice, of course, is going to be quite sour, so I'm going to balance it out with a little bit more palm sugar. It's a really fresh, light, but sort of punchy salad, packed full of goodness with the chilli and the turmeric. That little stir through. It's always a good idea to taste it before you add any sugar. It's quite sour, but it doesn't need a huge amount of sugar too. I'm just going to go for a heaped teaspoon, I think. Just press that in and melt that sugar through. And I can taste that again. Oh, that is delicious. Perfect balance. Got a nice tartness from that lime juice as well. So I'm going to dress this salad pretty much straight away. Nice simple way to use up your batch prepped marinade and so really bring out that health factor but not lose flavour. It really is as simple as that. So simple, I almost forgot that I'd put everything in already. Mango salad with a ginger and turmeric dressing. Dish number 3 out of my 3-in-1 marinade. It's my king oyster mushrooms. And again, you could have this on the side as a main dish, or either way, they've just got to be nice meaty mushrooms like this. And what I'm going to do here is just sort of crisscross into the sort of stalk of the mushrooms to try and get as much of the turmeric and ginger marinade into the actual mushroom as possible, and sort of get that depth of flavour into there. Try not to cut through like I've just done there. So this is really quite simple. We've sliced into the mushrooms, and so long as it's a nice meaty mushroom, there's so much flavour in this marinade, You really want to sort of press it in, try and get it into the mushroom and those sort of grooves that you've cut into the mushrooms. You can do this pan frying like I'm doing here, or you can make a whole load of these and pop them on a barbecue. Absolutely delicious. And if you want it to be fully vegan as well, you could just leave the fish sauce out of the marinade altogether. And this marinade can easily just freeze in sort of ice cube trays and then use it whenever you wish. It's always good to start sort of pan frying your mushrooms on a high heat. And because I'm pan frying it, I'm just basting that pan with a little oil. Avocado oil is really high heating, very good for you. If you can't find that, then vegetable oil, absolutely fine too. Now you get an immediate sear on that high heat with mushrooms. And that's really important. It's like sort of searing a steak when you're cooking mushrooms. You can always turn the heat down later on, but what you want to do is try and keep the moisture of the mushrooms inside the actual mushrooms themselves. You want to get a nice char on the side of the mushrooms before you turn them over. Oh, they look so tasty. And then if you've got any extra marinade, this will act as a nice sauce, so sort of basting those mushrooms again with more marinade works an absolute treat. And that'll cook those mushrooms through very quickly with added moisture and that steam. A couple more flips and we're done here. If you cook them for too long, they go very, very soft. You're talking sort of 4 or 5 minutes in total of cooking. So you don't want to cook that too much longer. The mushrooms themselves are feeling sort of quite nice and spongy. They've got all that flavour really packed into the mushrooms, and that colour from the turmeric is absolutely awesome. Straight onto a bed of salad. And then if you want to use this sort of residue of that great healthy marinade, just pour a little bit of water or coconut water, stock, anything like that, any sort of liquid into the pan, bring it to a boil, and you'll get a lot of those juices with the extra sort of mushroom flavour come off the pan. And just pour that over the top. That's my no waste policy right there. So, my third recipe from my ginger and turmeric marinade, my ginger turmeric grilled mushrooms. So everything about this marinade shouts out healthy. Really, really simple. Your ginger and turmeric to start, your lemongrass. The 3 recipes in one is all about batch prepping. If you plan your meals for the week, 3 or 4 dishes all in one, batch prep them one day, and you've got a tasty dinner every day of the week.